we don't. We just know we have to. That we're supposed to. And it's not that these things grab our attention because they're so big or so wonderful and exciting. We just know we need to, because if we don't, bad things can happen, right? If we don't pay attention, bad things can happen. Why is it that one of the things we hear being debated all the time are cell phone rules? And can you call on cell phone when you're driving? Or can you text, while driving? All sorts of things. Because they recognize if you're doing that, you're not paying attention to things you need to pay attention to. And if you don't, you can end up in a place you don't want to be. You could end up hurting yourself or others. Certainly complicating your life. There's some things to which we just have to pay attention. Like our health. It's hard, but we know we ought to pay attention to our health. My blood pressure, my arteries, my cholesterol level, my weight, my exercise, what I eat. I gotta pay attention. We need to pay attention to our finances. We need to pay attention to our marriage relationship. We need to pay attention to our children, our child rearing and their development. We need to pay attention to our faith. We need to pay attention to our spiritual development. We need to pay attention to our character development. These are things that are not necessarily just going, woo! Look at me, I'm so cool! Pay attention, this is so awesome! There are things that are like, oh, yeah. I need to pay attention to these things. Now, just like there are things that are usually true of things that grab our attention, there are things that are also normally true of things to which we must pay attention. Here's the first thing that I think is true of this. Our conscience is what tells us to pay attention. It's like this little nagging voice in the back of your mind going, you really ought to... You really ought to do something about your marriage. You really ought to make some changes in the way you're handling money. You really ought to be a little bit more involved in the life of your kids, where they're actually at, what they're actually thinking, what they're actually really ought to be. You really ought to eat a little bit better. Get some exercise. It's just this little voice in the back of your head going, maybe you oughta. It doesn't scream, it doesn't dance, it doesn't have bright lights, it's not all flashy, it's not being attractive. It's just a little voice going, maybe. And the interesting thing about these things to which we ought to pay attention is they never seem urgent at the moment until the bottom begins to fall out. It's like, things really aren't that much worse today. I just got to do a few other things, and tomorrow I can pay attention to that. It's like, I know, and you know what? I'm not right now, but you know what? I am going to, because right now, I know it's a path that I probably don't want to walk, but I am totally going to avoid that path. Because once I get to this place, once I do this thing, once I get to the stage, then I am so going to pay attention to that. Because after all, it's just a little thing in the back of your head going, you probably ought to. You must be, yeah, I know. But, just, seriously, I will. Just hang in there a little bit. And I'll do it. It's not the flash and the dash and the lights and the screen and the big emotional appeal. It's just that little thing, our conscience going, Here's the second thing that is to be true about these. It costs to pay attention to them. Isn't it true? What's our phrase? You have to pay attention. Pay. It's going to cost you something. Right now, in the short term, it's going to make your life a little bit more complicated. Right now, in the short term, it may not make you feel as good. Right now, in the short term, it might be more difficult. But the reason you pay it is so that later on, down the road, you can get something that you really want. It costs. I remember when I was in my first pastorate in southwestern Wisconsin. And I've been pastoring for a couple of years, and it's just, I already described a little bit about some of the changes going on, and these changes were just beginning to happen at this point. And I thought, you know what, I could not stop growing in my understanding of the Bible, or ministry, or culture, or how to do this thing I think God has called me to do. And so, you know what, I'm gonna finish my master's degree. I enrolled in a program, that you could finish your master's degree while you were still, doing the pastor thing. And it meant, getting the books and reading all the things and writing all the papers and doing all the work, and then going to class for a week or two and being in class and then writing all the papers afterwards. And then doing that a couple times a year. So I'm involved in doing that. And I can remember times that other pastor buddies of mine would call up and go, "Hey, we're all getting together and we're gonna go on a golf outing. You want to come?" And I'm going like, "Oh man, I would so love to go. But I have this stupid paper I write for this graduate class that I'm in." I go, "Man, I can't go." And I go, "Oh, we can't go. Why? You're a pastor. You can't have anything to do. It's not Sunday." I'm like, I know I'm taking this class. And they're going like, "Oh, you're kidding me." No, and so off they go. And I can go, "Man, I wish I could do that. I wish I could. But I gotta do this." I remember the times after, long days, because every job has long days in it. And you get back and it's like, man, what I really want to do is just crash and do totally nothing. It's like, oh man, I got this reading I have to have done. I've got like 4 books to be finished in like 2 weeks before I get to that class. And so it's like, oh. But see, what I knew is this: if I didn't pay attention to my personal development, if I didn't pay attention to my professional development, then I wouldn't have the opportunity to have the experiences or to be as fruitful or to have the same influence later on down the road. And so I just made a choice that right now, yes, it makes things harder. Not to mention the fact that none of the classes were free. And I had to pay to go. But see, now I'm looking back and going, those were some of the very simple things that God used to revolutionize my life, my family, and my ministry. I am so glad that back then I paid the price to pay attention to certain things. But the things we have to pay attention to, they always come with a price tag. They never go, "It'll be so great now." It's like, "Oh, it's going to be hard now." And then I think that's true. A final thing that's true about these things that we have to pay attention to is they lead to good places. That's something that's fascinating about it. They lead to good places. I mean, it's like Galatians 6, 7, and 8. Don't be deceived. God isn't mocked. In other words, it's not like you can fool God or violate His rules and get away with what you want. Life works the way God said, and that's just how it happens. You don't even have to believe in God for that to be true. He said, but whatever a person sows, that they also reap. Duh. Sowing and reaping, you sow this, you get that. You don't sow this and get something else. It's not a shock. It's not a surprise. It's not plant roses, get cucumbers. Who knows? Wouldn't that be fun if you planted a garden in the spring going, "I have no idea what's going to come up. I planted seed, but year to year, you never know." No, we always know. If I plant this, I get that. If I plant that, I get that. If I don't plant this, what am I going to get? Yeah, we know that. God said that works in every area of life. And if you'll just do the sowing and reaping thing, which is another way of saying the principle of the fact, if you just do that, if you'll pay attention to your marriage now, it always leads to a better place down the road. If you pay attention to your finances now, it always leads to a better place down the road. If you pay attention to your health now, it always leads to a better place down the road. It always leads us to where we want to be. Have you ever seen a person who's had a little bit of life under their belt go, "I spent way too much time cultivating my faith"?